It's Ace the OG, back into the top, back into the video. So the title of this video is going to be how to get 4,000 watch hours in 6 months. So admin note, things again, don't subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing your video out, give you leverage, you better yourselves. So let's get into it. So how can you accumulate 4,000 watch hours of YouTube time in 6 months? So as a disclaimer, it did not take me 6 months to grab 4,000 watch hours. It took me 2 years, right? However, there are a lot of things that I know in hindsight that I could have done that I would have accumulated that time within a third of the time. Now, this is not a guarantee. This is just some things that I know that I could have done a lot better in order for me to get those hours as quickly as possible and not wait 2 years, right? So, you know, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm not the watch hour guru or anything like that. So, you know, don't come back to me later on and within 6 months and say, hey, Ace, I didn't get the watch hours. What's going on here? Because it's an anecdotal experience. It's going to be on your part. It's going to really depend on what kind of channel you have. That's a big issue. That's a big key, honestly. Depending on what kind of channel you have is going to have you grab the watch hours quicker than other channels. So what your niche is going to be a huge factor. And you know how you talk about that niche. You know, if you're going to use graphics, you're going to use you know, props. What kind of style of teaching you're gonna do when it comes to the niche. How you're going to talk about it, when you're going to talk about it. You know, it's just a whole bunch of factors, right? But what I'm going to talk about in this video are just some basic things you can do that's going to help you along with getting those 4,000 watch hours. Now, once again, first thing is what kind of channel you have. Any channel you create on YouTube that's going to deal with anything dealing with finance is going to get you watch hours a whole lot quicker than anything else. This is the reason why DoorDash got monetized and she got that watch hours she had in a fairly short period of time, right? I'm pretty sure it was a couple of months, maybe even a year, because she's been on YouTube for about 4 years. And she said, if I don't recall correctly, it's the morning time, y'all. That she had the watch hours for a good period of time, but she said that she hesitated on actually going through the process of getting monetized, meaning that she had the watch hours, but she didn't go through the process of filling out the form on YouTube and, you know, and putting in her bank information, her credit information for her to get monetized, because I guess she felt like that it would dilute her her content if she was doing it for the money, right? That's what she said on her video. I'm paraphrasing, right? So before she made that video, she already had the watch hours. She just hadn't gone through the process of actually monetizing her channel. But DoorDash was making content based off of DoorDash, right? Making content as far as driving around making money. So of course folks gravitated to that. And in this day and age, in 2024, you're gonna have a lot of niches that deal with cash that's gonna grab a lot of watch hours, because a lot of folks are trying to figure out ways to make money. They're trying to figure out ways to, you know, basically finance themselves, right? And to be able to take care of themselves and their families, because money these days is rough. It's rough to get money. It's rough to be able to sustain yourself. Like 9-to-5 jobs and, you know, jobs working at certain industries just not cutting the mustard because rent is so high. So when you get into a niche about money, of course you're gonna have a lot of folks that are gonna click on that video and try to figure out, how do you make this money, because I need to make money myself. Now, once they click on the video and they go through the first 30 seconds to the minute of the video, if you're not talking about anything, they're gonna click off the video. You know? So you have to, you know, have a skill set to where you're able to talk to people. And the only way you're gonna be able to do that if you don't know how to talk on the camera is to practice. But like I said, that's one of the main ways you're gonna be able to get your watch hours in the quickest amount of time. What is your niche, and how are you going to be able to gravitate folks to your channel? And finance is gonna be one of those things. I would say fitness would be one of those things. I think over the last couple of years, especially during the time of COVID, a lot of folks were really thinking about how their health was, because let's face it, a lot of folks that passed away from COVID, and rest in peace to those people. I know some folks that passed away from COVID, and a lot of the folks that passed away from COVID already had health issues. They already had health issues, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be, you know, they had pulmonary issues, respiratory issues, weight issues. I mean, it's a lot of folks passed away from COVID because they just was not healthy. And, you know, to make a channel about health and about fitness and about eating right will have a lot of people watching those videos, right? Even just making a channel where it's faceless and you're just cooking food. Those cooking channels are popping right now. I mean, even on TV. My wife, she's an excellent cook, and she's done a couple of reels on Facebook, you know, showing some of her meals, and those things almost went viral, right? She didn't have a face on those videos. She just showed, you know, showed some dishes that she made, and those things are getting 10,000 views, 20,000 views because folks like food. Now, of course, eat food in moderation, right? But you know, that's one of those niches that, you know, you can tap into and be able to get a lot of watch hours. You know, you really have to have yourself in a mind space where if I create this niche and I'm talking about it on YouTube, would I, as a person, as a consumer, sit down and watch this video and watch this niche? And if you can't say that, then you're already answering your question as far as like how long it's going to take for you to get the watch hours. Because if you wouldn't sit down and watch your niche, then what do you expect for somebody else to do? They're not going to watch it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They're just not, because it's a niche that folks is not going to necessarily gravitate to. But you need to get onto a niche. Well, I'm sorry, not get on a niche. You don't need to get on anything. You need to get on what you want to get on YouTube, because YouTube is a free platform. You can do whatever you want to on YouTube, based off the guidelines of YouTube, right? So I'm not saying you need to. I'm just saying, like, if you want to get the watch hours the quickest way possible within 6 months, then your niche is going to have to be something that folks want to gravitate to. And one of the two big things out there I'm thinking of right now is money and health. Health could be food, working out, mental health. You know, I mean, these are things that folks are really reeling from the pandemic. Lack of money and lack of fitness, right? So another thing. Now, mind you, I'm talking about me personally, how I could have monetized myself within, got the watch hours within 6 months, because these are things that I know that I should have done. Now, my channel, the channel that I have right now was named Finance, Fitness, and Folk. So I was talking about finance, I was talking about fitness, and I was talking about people in a good way, not a bad way, right? So, but the algorithm had not kicked in yet. And mind you, remember I said on another video that I did 2 to 3 videos when I first created the channel, and then I was off the channel for 6 months. So 6 months straight, I did not create any content. I just stopped. And then 6 months later, after I started doing, after I started putting content on my channel, I got to 1,000 subscribers. Just think about it. I did 3 videos within a 2-week span when I first created my channel. Got off my channel for 6 months straight. And then I got back on my channel, and then within 6 months, I went from 2 subscribers to 1,000. Now, I'm not talking about subscribers, I'm talking about watch hours. Now, by the time I got to 1,000 subscribers, I want to say I was sitting at a little bit over 2,000 watch hours. Now, I was only making 1 video a day. Right, I'm sorry, 1 video maybe every 2 days, and I may have made some videos that was like maybe like between 5 to 8 minutes. And then I started doing some research, and I'm like, you know, if I, at the very least, have my videos get to about 10 minutes, then, you know, I'm doing the math, and, you know, I should be able to get more watch hours during that time. Then I started getting to a point where I started creating content twice a day for a little bit, and I was making content every single day. So how much content you put out there is going to definitely push you to the point where you're able to get to the 4,000 watch hours within 6 months, because you put out 2 videos a day for 6 months straight, and you have those videos timed for at least 10 minutes. I wouldn't go over 15, because even though, you know, YouTube caters a lot towards long content than short content. The fact of the matter is, a lot of Americans and a lot of people as a whole cannot deal with 15-minute videos unless you got a niche that it caters to that. Like, it's talking about money, folks can sit there and listen to money all day long, right? So if you're in that niche, then you might be able to make a video that's more than 15 minutes. But if you have a niche that's outside of that, I would not recommend it, because for one, I'm gonna give you a tip here. If somebody clicks on your video and they don't watch all the way to the end, that can mess your algorithm up as well, because what it's doing is it's killing your click rate ratio. And once that happens, then the algorithm is going to be like, okay, well, the consumer did click on his or her video, but they don't stay on that video for 3 minutes. The video is 15 minutes. So is this person not liking this person's content? So I'm not going to push that video out, because there's too many folks that only click on the video for not even half the time that the video is supposed to last. So I would say 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes. Create 2 videos a day, every single day for 6 months, and see how that goes for you. If you got a niche that's within money or finance or fitness, you make 2 videos a day, every day for 6 months straight. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm telling you, you're gonna get extremely close to 4,000 watch hours. That's the video. But yeah, drop some comments in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. Those are the things that I really believe that is going to get you to those 4,000 watch hours. Niche is a big thing. How much content you put out there is going to be a big thing. But you got to put out quality content. You can't put out content that's not going to be great, right? And that's to your own interpretation. But that's the reason why I always view my videos all the time before I upload, because I want to make sure that the content is content that somebody can at least hear. I've seen some YouTubers come up here that they put a video out there, and the sound is, I'm turning the sound up to like 30, and I still can't hear the person, or there's too much background noise. Now I'm definitely a violator of that. I've definitely done videos that I had a whole lot of background noise, and it kind of took away from the video to a certain degree. So I'm the kettle calling the pot black, right? But at the end of the day, I'm still trying to give you this tip, because I want to make sure you put out the best content possible. Folks got to hear you. They have to. That's the reason why microphone is a big thing when it comes to making content on YouTube. And of course, you know, like I said, putting out quality content, doing the 2 videos a day for 6 months straight, and see how that works out for you. So anyways, like I said, drop some comments section below. Let me know what y'all think. When we discuss this topic to a subject this thing is beneficial to the channel, email me at aceog757@gmail.com. My email address is description below. Say SOG, signing out. I'm gone.